We're looking back at this day in local history as part of the Gray Media Initiative, We the People. 30 years ago today, it was possible to go ice skating in downtown Jackson. A temporary ice skating rink was set up on the green space at 1 Jackson Place. That's where the Pinnacle building is currently located. It was an unusual sight for any place in Mississippi, but it was especially unusual in a downtown area. The rink remained open until Valentine's Day when the ice was melted and the structure dismantled. But outdoor ice skating became a popular, if only temporary, attraction in downtown Jackson on January 15, 1996. Your look at this day in history.